Hey, how's it going? So today I wanted to make a video just to talk about some of the things that I've been going through lately and how it's been easy for me to, well, not easy for me. It's been actually really hard for me to make videos. Uh, it's about, you know, trying to find the right topic, trying to make something that is, worth speaking about. But, on top of that, other things that are going on in life. And it's really been hard to stay focused, stay on track. And I want to share this with you because I think that it's important to know that, hey, not everything that is done is going to be perfect, and not everything that you say is going to be perfect. The bigger thing is just, like, there's a lot of uncertainties in life, and I think that I personally get caught up in those uncertainties, and I start falling into this pit, like this way of thinking that really doesn't allow me to think clearly and make videos, for example, or even just sit down and draw. I lose focus, and then I just feel like this overwhelming amount of pressure on myself to produce quality things. And I also get caught up in the editing, trying to make perfect video, trying to make sure I don't have any errors in what I'm saying. And life isn't like that. We have so much going on. And I just wanted to share this with you because I think that I'm not the only person who gets stuck in these kind of ruts. And a lot of times we might think that we're the only ones that are going through something, but the reality of it is we're not. We all go through things at some point in time in our life. So, this is just me being open with you and hoping that you see that we're not perfect. I don't come here as a form of preaching. It's just really just more of me having a conversation with you and really trying to make you feel like you're not alone, one, and to let people know that I struggle through things and I'm no way near shape or form perfect, but I do try to do better than I did the day before. Sometimes, I hit that mark. Sometimes I miss it by a long shot, but the point is that I took that shot. I took that that attempt, and whether it succeeded or not, it is like these videos. A lot of them haven't really been getting a lot of like plays, likes, anything like that. They haven't been shared. I haven't seen like a massive growth and following, and that's fine because I'm not in it for all that. What I'm in it is for that one person that needed to hear it, and oh man, like I'm not the only person. So to that person, hey, you're not alone. But it does, open myself up to a bunch of other things like my insecurities. My insecurities are really just things that are just stuck in my head and they're stuck in a loop. Like it's constantly playing in the background. And those are the things that kind of pull my focus away. Couple that with the uncertainty of life and my health and just those things, like I think that overwhelms me more than I would like to. So, and in my typical daily life, I try to minimize those things by like addressing the things that I can control. I can control what I eat or what I drink, and honestly, I don't eat the best. I stopped drinking alcohol, not because I was feeling myself to be an alcoholic, but more because I didn't like who I was when I was drinking alcohol, and also because I wanted to see if it helps with the nerve pain. Unfortunately, it didn't help with the nerve pain, but it did teach me that I do have a lot more resilience in me, and I have a lot more discipline. There have been times where I've been around friends and family, and they wanted to like have me have a drink with them, stuff like that, and I have to remind them that I don't drink anymore. And not that it wasn't like, oh, I didn't want to have a beer, but it was just more like, again, what the beer does to me and how it makes me feel isn't worth that little bit. So I try to stay away from that. Other things that I try to stay away from, which feel horribly, are sweets, and I think it's just the just the satisfaction that you get in having a candy bar, having ice cream, having whatever sweet is your choice, and then really it's more the overindulgence of it, not so much like having ice cream here or there or having like a bowl of cereal. It was like when I have it, it's like I have to have a lot of it. My mom's cooking when I went to Illinois, like I really had to struggle with myself to not overeat. But these are all things that I think we all go through in life, and it's okay to fall short of the mark. It's not okay to sit there and wallow in it and be like, oh, I'm a failure and I'm gonna give up, and delaying things too, like saying like next week I'm gonna start next week. Well, next week's never gonna come. there's no difference between next Monday and Tuesday of this week, right? The point is that you start and you move forward with something that you want to do. So again, this is just me opening up to you. Hopefully it gives you a little more insight into how I think, and really just makes us closer, because at the end of the day, I want to have a community of people that can feel safe to talk to each other, be open about their struggles, their accomplishments, and their failures, and their hopes and their aspirations. Because at the end of the day, politics, religion, all that stuff aside, I think that as human beings, we all want the same. So for now, I hope you all have a good one. Stay safe. Episode 77. Peace.